Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing a viewer requested video on Cat Head Biscuits. This recipe was requested of me about 2 months ago by MHawke, and I said that I would do them. I just needed to get in and research them because I had never heard of them before. But from everything I found throughout my research, these sound absolutely delicious, and I can't believe I haven't been making these for a very long time. So the ingredients that we're going to need today are 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 1.5 cups of cake flour. And the reason we're using a mixture of all-purpose flour and cake flour is to kind of mimic the texture of Martha white flour, which is traditionally found down in the southern states. I don't have access to it here, so this is why I'm using this combination of flours. And the cake flour is going to ensure that we have a nice light fluffy biscuit when they get done baking. We are also going to need 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm using some pink Himalayan sea salt today, but you know, kosher salt works just as well. I've also got 8 tablespoons or 1 stick of unsalted butter, as well as 4 tablespoons of shortening that I've cubed up. And these are pretty much room temperature. Traditionally, you want a nice ice cold shortening and butter when you're making a biscuit because you're looking for layers. But in this recipe, we're not looking for layers, we're looking for a fluffy texture. So the room temperature is actually going to be in our favor for this recipe, as well as our final ingredient, which is 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. So to get started, all we're going to do is dump in all our dry ingredients together, and I'm going to go ahead and combine those. And then I'm going to drop in my butter and my shortening, and I'm just going to kind of mix it into the flour until it resembles some coarse crumbs. Okay, so I'm just going to start cutting this butter in, the butter and the shortening, pardon me, until it resembles a coarse crumb and it's well incorporated. While I'm doing this, I would like to remind you guys of the Gamers and Geeks playlist. It is a community-driven playlist of gamers cooking for gamers that JPEG and I have going on our channels. If you guys would like to be a part of that, it's really simple. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video and then post it to your channel. And once you've done that, you can let either JPEG or I know down in the comment section of our latest cooking videos. Or if you are a part of our Discord server, you can let us know over there as well. I think we are pretty good here. It looks like everything is well combined. The flour and the butter and the shortening are all combined into a nice grainy mixture. So all I'm going to do at this point is add in my buttermilk. I'm just going to simply pour the buttermilk in. If you don't have buttermilk, you can take the same amount of regular milk, which was 1 1/4 cups, and add just a splash of lemon juice to it and let it sit out on your counter for about an hour, and the milk will start to sour and it will give you that sour buttermilk flavor that you're looking for. Alright, let's get these mixed up, and I'm just going to stir these until the liquid is completely combined and there's no more dry flour left. I don't want to overwork these because I really don't want to build up any gluten. I really want these to just be a nice, light, fluffy biscuit. The reason apparently that these are called cat head biscuits is simply because they're supposed to be as big as a cat head. This whole entire recipe only makes 6 biscuits, so they are going to be quite large. This is a really quick and easy recipe to whip up if you've got last minute guests coming, or simply if you want some biscuits for breakfast. Very few ingredients, and as you can see, it's coming together very quickly. It gets dropped right into a pan. There is no kneading involved in this, which I appreciate. Whoop, and I am getting it everywhere. So I think at this point I am ready to move this over to where I am doing this by hand. So I just want to make sure everything comes together before we start putting them in our cake pan. Just want to get in here, make sure that there is no dry flour left. And I think these look pretty good. Alright guys, I think this is pretty good. All the dry ingredients are mixed in. I'm going to get my hands washed up and then we'll get this portioned out over in our cake pan. Alright guys, we are just going to spray a half of a cup measuring cup, and I'm just going to come in here and I kind of want to scoop these into like nice heaping sized mounds, and I'm going to start right in the center. And again, I'm going to try and get 6 of these out of this batch. So there's my first one. I'm going to shape it back up on top of itself there. Wow, these are going to be ginormous. Just one, and then our last one. I think actually I might take just a little bit from this one. There we go. And put that one right there. Kind of fix that. Alright guys, that's all there is to it. I'm going to get these over into a 425 degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And you want to put this in the very middle of your oven. Make sure you rotate it about halfway through the cooking time to ensure even browning all over the top. I will see you when these are out of the oven. Alright guys, our cat head biscuits are out of the oven and I've let them cool for about 10 minutes here on the counter. And it's been a really long 10 minutes. I've been wanting to dig into one of these as soon as they came out of the oven. As you can see, they are completely done. This one is absolutely ginormous and would make a lovely breakfast sandwich. But I think the one we're going to go for is this one right here. I'm just going to move the plate over to the side. I have a little pat of butter over here, and I'm going to just cut this in half. Oh wow, this is so light and so fluffy and falling apart, and it smells so good. I can smell the buttermilk in it. I'm just going to put a little bit of butter, and I think I would like to have a little bit of raspberry jam on it. Although honey would be perfect on these as well, or nothing at all. So let's get in here and, whoa, give them a little bit of a taste, see what we think about them. Oh my goodness. These are so good, guys. I don't know why I haven't made these before. But from now on, this is my go-to recipe for biscuits. I am so happy that MHawke asked me to make this recipe. They are quick and easy and they bake up nice and light and fluffy, just the way a biscuit should be. So a big thank you to him for recommending this video. I hope this is the recipe that you were looking for, Hawke. So again, thank you so much for recommending it. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist, as well as my Fallout and Elder Scrolls Cookbook playlist. I will leave links down in the description to them. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I've been Ball Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.